Ay, para po ito sa mga Filipino na nakatira sa UAE na gustong bumisita sa Egypt. Last February 2024, I went to Egypt as a solo traveler. At first, I gathered some information. I didn't went to the embassy here in UAE, but because my UAE residence visa is still valid for 6 months upon my arrival, I had the privilege to use visa on arrival in Egypt. I flew from Abu Dhabi using Wizz Air and landed on Sphinx. It's an 1 hour far from Cairo capital. There, you can just easily buy the visa sticker, 25 USD. And then for Filipinos, you make sure that your visa, your residence visa is really valid for 6 months, because the officers there are really counting. And maybe that's one of the reasons some of our or other travelers get sent back to their original home country. So you have to make sure and bring all the necessary documents. But the officer, in my experience, the officer didn't ask anything from me. He just asked for my EA passport and Emirates ID together with the sticker. And then I was stamped like, welcome to Egypt. I was very, very nervous that I couldn't go through. But Alhamdulillah, I went. So I spent 8 days in Egypt. My first 2 nights in Cairo was for me, it's freezing. So I was kind of complaining to the receptionist, like, oh, it's freezing. My hands was getting blue. Like, oh my God, I cannot take this anymore. Like, and she suggested me to go another place in Egypt, which is different from the weather that I've experienced in Cairo. So she told me that in Dahab or in Sharm, the weather is different. So I told her, okay, I will not extend my stay, and I went to Tahrir Square, which is near to my hotel. I went to Tahrir Square by walking, and then I bought the ticket. Like, it's like 370 Egyptian pounds, and I go back to my hotel and then checked out, because my bus timing is at 10 p.m. in that day. So I went back to the hotel. The first challenges that you will encounter in Egypt is that how to cross the street, because too much motorists, too much vehicle, they don't mind you at all. So my technique is that whenever I see someone who will cross the street, I go behind them. When they cross, I go run behind at them. So I was not afraid. Egypt was nice. And so that day I waited. So at that night, I went to the Tahrir Square to wait for my bus, like 10 p.m. So 10 p.m. the bus arrived, and then there are less people inside the bus. It's Go Bus. I recommend Go Bus. It is expensive, a little expensive from the others, but it's very convenient. We left 10 p.m. and then I arrived in the 9 a.m. in the morning. I only woke up once during the checkpoint in Suez Canal. The rest I was sleeping, because I don't have anyone to sit on my left side. So I was sleeping comfortably. So when I arrived at 9 a.m. in the hub, I checked into it's not too good. It's like three it's a guest house, but they have a private shoreline, like a private place when you can go to the shore. And then it's okay for me. I don't mind, because you will just sleep there. Then I go across like a little, going there and ate in a restaurant. It's like, oh my God, this place is It's very, very nice, like very good. Like everything is so nice. Like, oh my god, and then I asked for my host if they can offer me um, a tour for that day. So he suggested me to go to, it's like the three, I forgot about it, but it was like yeah, it was a tour. I went there on the beach, but I didn't bring anything to wear for the beach, so I just take photo, like camels are looking, and it was a nice place. But then I opted to do the quad bike, and that's very amazing. Don't miss the quad bike, guys. It's very amazing. And then after that, I went back to my hotel, rest, and then at night, it's more colorful in the hub. Trust me, it's very colorful. The weather is so nice. The people, there are lots of foreigners there. And then the food is, it's very good. And then in the morning, I had a Blue Hole tour. It consists of three different places you go. And then it's not quite expensive, but it's okay. Like the first was in Blue Hole itself. Before going to the Blue Hole, you're going to swim on it's like a trail. I don't know what it's called. It's like a path, like where the guide will take you, and you just go with them to with your snorkels and everything. When you look at down in the sea, oh my god, this is paradise. I don't want to get up. It's so nice. And when I finished the tour, I went to the other island. There we sit down for a while, take lunch, and I can get over with the sea. It's very, very good. They have activities there like kite, and some boat, something like that. But after that, we went to Abu Ghalum, the last part of the tour. It's like near in Saudi. Actually, yeah, you can just see Saudi from there. And then, very good. The sea is so stunning. Everything is very nice there. So, after that, I went home and packed my bags. And then I took a bus going to Sharm el Sheikh. Because from the hub, it's just 1.5 hour from there. I took also the Go bus, and then I stayed in Sharm el Sheikh. I didn't go much in the evening because I was too tired. I was just walking around for a little bit, and then yes, and I checked in, I slept, and next will be about Sharm el Sheikh. Don't miss Egypt, guys. Nothing is true about what they said that it's not safe. It's safe. I am alone going there. Nobody bothered me unless they're selling to you. You just can say shukran, I already have that. Thank you so much. Of course, they're going to ask you more again and again because they want to earn living. But just politely say, sorry, I don't need this. Thank you so much. Then walk away. That's it. That's the technique. I love Egypt. One tip, you have to buy a SIM card for you to use in your Uber because Uber is widely used there, and for you to be safe, like you need to use Uber. You have to buy the SIM card. You can buy it in the city, you can buy it in the airport. So it is up to you where you buy the SIM card. But some of mostly the places doesn't have internet connection, so you have to get yourself one SIM card for you to be for your journey to be convenient. That's it. Thank you.